A group of warriors find themselves waking from a 100-year slumber, and Hyrule is on the verge of being lost forever. Linked by a common goal to rid Hyrule of a primal evil, these warriors must travel across the kingdom of Hyrule, solving shrines, climbing towers, and helping the people they meet along the way.
We are so excited to announce the Breath of the Wildathon, a series of readathons completely inspired by the Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Throughout this readathon, we follow the main premise of the game, but if you haven't played before, don't worry, you can absolutely still participate and enjoy. The journey we'll be taking, which we'll share in just a moment, is similar to Link's, which you do learn about during the introduction of the game. And overall, we've tried to keep the readathon story as top level as possible, so we don't spoil any of the secrets of the game. But just fair warning, if you do plan on playing Breath of the Wild and you like to go into games knowing little to nothing about the main premise, then maybe this readathon isn't for you. But if you're a Zelda fan, a Breath of the Wild fan, or you just like a good story-based readathon that may persuade you to play the game at some stage in the future, then stick around, you're in the right place. Our story began thousands of years ago. Calamity Ganon was once defeated with the aid of a mechanical army of guardians and 4 titanic divine beasts. For thousands of years, Calamity Ganon has laid dormant, sealed beneath Hyrule Castle. And then 100 years ago, he broke free, and he corrupted all of the guardians and the divine beasts, turning Hyrule's greatest weapons against them.
Link and a great army of Hylian warriors were wounded and on the verge of death when Princess Zelda seals them in the Shrine of Resurrection to heal for the next 100 years. Then, one day, they begin to stir, and when they wake up, they find themselves on the Great Plateau.
And that is where our journey begins. We will work together to reclaim all 4 of the divine beasts, Vah Ruta, Vah Rudania, Vah Meadow, and Vah Naboris. In the process, weakening Calamity Ganon enough that when we confront him, we will defeat him once more and bring peace back to Hyrule. I am Princess Zelda, and I am here to guide you on your quest to defeat Calamity Ganon.
And I am Link, here to lead you, our great army of warriors, on this quest.
The Breath of the Wildathon is made up of 2 kinds of readathons. The mini round, which is set on the Great Plateau, and the main rounds, which take us throughout Hyrule on our quest.
When we wake from our slumber, we find ourselves atop the Great Plateau and no way down. So we have to complete 5 rune challenges in order to earn our glider and finally get off the Great Plateau. And only then will our true quest begin.
The Great Plateau mini round will run every year around April or May. The reason that we're doing this every single year is because this mini quest is kind of set up as a bit of an introduction or an induction, if you will, into the readathon. It is absolutely not necessary to complete the Great Plateau in order to participate in future rounds, but if you do participate and you complete all 5 of the rune challenges, then you will obtain the glider perk, which you can use in the main rounds to make your journey a little bit easier. So don't fret if you're not able to participate in one of the Great Plateau mini rounds and get the glider, because you can always try again in one of the future rounds. Our quest will take us around the Kingdom of Hyrule, where we will complete various challenges before reclaiming each of the 4 divine beasts. The final leg of our journey will take us to Hyrule Castle, where we will come up against Calamity Ganon and hopefully defeat him once more.
Our main quests tackle 1 divine beast each round and run the entire month of September. There will be 4 different teams, each one led by the spirit of one of our 4 great champions, which each has their own perk to aid you on your quest. All of the teams will be working collaboratively, however, each team has their own path to the destination with its own unique set of reading challenges. We will also have a few more surprises for you, including additional perks, game nights, and more.
While our main quests do follow a linear story, you do not need to participate in any or all of the previous mini or main rounds in order to jump in at some point in the future. Feel free to join in whenever you're able to. The very first Great Plateau mini quest will be running from the 17th until the 23rd of May.
So 2 of the 5 runes you can earn through community challenges. The first one is Stasis. Just participate in a reading sprint. It could be one of the ones that we're going to host. It could be one you have amongst yourself or with a friend. Just participate in at least 1 reading sprint and you'll have earned your Stasis. The second is the camera rune. And to earn this, all you need to do is share your TBR. You could just tell us what you're reading. You could post a photo of what you're reading. Either way, that's how you earn your camera rune. And the other 3 runes you will acquire through main reading challenges. The first is Remote Bomb. You're going to want to read an action-packed book taking place in a far-off land. Could be real life, it could be fantasy, as long as it's far away and full of action. The second one is Cryonis. You'll just want to read a book with some wintry vibes. And the last one is Magnesis. Just read a book that you're drawn to. And that's it. You do all 5 of those things and you will have all 5 of your runes.
For the Great Plateau mini quest, we have 2 bonus challenges, which are completely optional. If you complete these bonus challenges, it doesn't give you any extra perks. It's just there as a little extra incentive or little guidance on what else to read if you manage to complete the 5 main challenges and have some extra time on your hands. The first bonus challenge is Forest of Spirits. Read a book with mythological or supernatural elements. Some of the genres of books that you could choose from to read for this challenge, though this is definitely not a definitive list, include high fantasy, urban fantasy, fabulism, magical realism. The second bonus challenge is Temple of Time. Read a book pertaining to the passage of time. You could interpret this challenge as having the book set in a different time to present time, so you could read a historical fiction, you could read a sci-fi that is set in the future, you could read a book about time travel, it could even be a book that has time as a theme, or there's an emphasis on the fact that this book is set over a 24-hour period. Those are just a few examples. We just want to make clear that whilst completing these 5 rune challenges will give you a perk that you can use in future rounds, it is absolutely not mandatory. If you don't think you'll be able to, or during the readathon you don't manage to complete all of the challenges, that is absolutely okay. Please don't consider it a failure. The main objective of this readathon is to have fun, read some great books, and maybe make some friends along the way.
If you're interested in getting involved in the community of other Hylian warriors, you can go through Twitter, you can go through Instagram using the hashtag BOTWathon. We will have everything in the description, or you can join our Discord.
Be sure to also bookmark our website, which is where we're going to have all the information that you need about the readathon, including some frequently asked questions. And I thought I'd just take you through some of the potential questions that might come up, some things that you might want clarity on. For example, do you need to sign up to join the readathon? Absolutely not. The only thing that you need to do in order to technically participate in the readathon is to read. That's all you need to do. While we do have the Discord, there's the Twitter and Instagram accounts, and you can interact on those platforms, it is absolutely not mandatory. What formats can you read? Anything counts, from reading physically, digitally, listening to audiobooks, things like graphic novels, mangas, and comics absolutely all count. You can totally reread books if you want. It counts. It counts. Can you continue reading a book if you already started it before the readathon began? Technically, no. For this readathon, we do prefer that you start and finish the book within the duration of the readathon, but this is not something that we're going to monitor, nor will we disqualify anyone, because that just ruins the fun of it. Can you read one book for multiple prompts? No, it is strictly 1 challenge per book. If you want to complete the 3 reading rune challenges, you need to read 3 books. We hope you're just as excited about the Breath of the Wildathon as we are. It is going to be so much fun, and we have so many cool things in store for the future as well. So if you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments section below and we'll do our best to answer everything there. Otherwise, we'll see you on the 17th of May for the start of the readathon. Until then, bye!